Welcome to this tutorial on Introduction to Dashboard Design using groups and tabs. So groups and tabs are relevant to the dashboard design and its layout design. Think of tab as for example, in a smart home dashboard, you will have room, you'll have kitchen, you'll have living room, right? So these room, kitchen and living room, you want to create a kind of like hamburger menu of it. So you can create a room as a tab, kitchen as a tab, and living room as a tab. Now, under each tab, you can have multiple groups of electronic devices that you can group together. For example, in a room, you can have temperature control as a group. In which you can put air conditioning, you can put a fan, both are related to temperature control, or even exhaust as well. And the second one group could be lights under room tab, and the lights you can put a different kind of light, multiple lights in that. Then you can have similarly in kitchen you can put a group appliances, lights, stuff like that. So let's get started. So I added a gauge in it, and in that now I need to add that gauge to a group. So I click on group, and here I can put a default name for the group, which could be electrical consumption, I could say it, right? And uh, so single n, and then obviously that is my group name. So that group battery, man, let me, okay. So tab basically could be let's say room one, because like I said, room one, kitchen, all the tabs. So now icon is something you can learn yourself by going on to these information you have underneath. So for example, remember you saw the a different icon, weather icon, stuff like that. So you can have those icon included with these tabs. So you can just go that information below and add an icon there. So right now we just call it dashboard. Now here you have a room number 1 as your tab, and group is electrical consumption. When you do that, you can actually change the label for the gauge. You can call it anything. We can call it electrical consumption, for example. Yeah, because that gauge is about electrical consumption within a room under electrical consumption group. So units, we can put a watts, and then we can put a range from 0 to 10,000, and then you can change the color as you like. Yeah, so you can have color radiance, for example, minimum value color, maximum value color. You can have the color radiance according to the value as well. But let's say we say from 0 to 1000, this is how the color changes. Now this is configured. Now we deploy it. We go back to the dashboard, and there we click on the dashboard icon. Here we go, we click on it, and it's deployed, and you saw that gauge. Now you have room 1 electrical consumption is your basically label. This is the label which I selected, but that is a group name. Now problem is I selected the group name and the label name same. So I think what I should have done is put tab sorry, the this one I should change to the electrical data, not consumption, so that you don't get confused. Let's do it quickly. I'll go to editor. Here's the editor, and double click it, and the tab I can add it, group. I can put it electrical data. So now my group is electrical data, and then my gauge is electrical consumption. I did this. I label is electrical consumption, and group is now electrical data, so you don't get confused. So actually when you go on dashboard, you can see what is what. Deploy it, go there, and now you see this is our group. So room 1 on top, you see on the left hand corner is our tab, and here let's put another one to explain better. Then it will be much easier to understand. So let's see what we put there. We put another gauge, okay, and we double click it and we select it, and this is a room 1 group, right? Or we can create another group for it. So we create a new group for it. We call it well, this is room 1, right? So tab, you can still keep room 1 because this is another device within room 1. So you can keep the tab as room 1, and we can call it gas data, right? So this is a gas data gauge, and we can just keep it as a maybe donut, yeah. And this is label could be gas consumption, and the value of then we need to put a value of gas units are, I think it's a millibar, yeah. And then we could keep it 10, because gas millibars are 10. So now we have under the same tab, room 1, we have now two groups. One is gas data group and one is electrical data group. And now you see the problem is with the layout, right? It's kind of like out of design, right? So let me actually explain to you how you can configure the design. So we basically go on the left side, go on dashboard to control the design, and we see this room 1 tab. Under that we see two group, the electrical data group and gas data group. And what we can do is we can see under electrical data only one device, and the gas data group we see only one device. You can have multiple devices here as well. So we can edit the whole layout by clicking on the right side layout here, and we will see this design layout, and we can increase the width of this layout design. Obviously I'm gonna do that testing here. You as a designer can really use your aesthetic to do a very good design. I'm not really a good designer, so I'm just gonna increase the width of it, and electrical consumption I'm gonna also increase it. So this way the size of electrical consumption will also increase on the dashboard. And the same thing I do with gas as well. I can increase the width. Now the width will be really big, so I think this will be centrally aligned when I deploy it. Done. Let's see what happens there, right? And obviously this is, the design is all just sense. Go on dashboard, and here you go. See, it's an centrally aligned. So you have a two electrical gas consumption and electrical consumption, two guards, one hamburger, sorry, one is a donut, and another one is also the. So this electrical data is your group, and you can add more devices on in it. And gas data is a group, you can add more devices on it. And room 1 is your tab. So here, this is still, I don't like it. It's too kind of like big. We can again think about better design of this and try, and I want you to just try yourself this stuff. So let's basically add more nodes into this groups, so that we see what happens when we add more groups. Then we'll really understand the purpose of group. So let's add what we can add. We can add another gauge maybe. Let's go back and find here what we can add. We can add another slider or gauge. Data related, I think gauge is okay, yeah, because it's data, isn't it? So now electrical data is our group. So we select our group as electrical data. We label it as production, and then we can put the units of the production, watts. It's a production of the electricity, maybe from the solar. And then we keep it as a gauge type. You can change the type to whatever you like, and same, we keep it 1000 and click on it. Now that will come under electrical data when we deploy it. You see here, you see now, because it's too big, like under electrical data you can see electrical consumption and electrical production. That's what we need to still adjust its size. So let's go on design layout, dashboard, layout, and here we can really adjust its size because it's still out of sort of like so we got two gauges here. So we lock and unlock, you can do this one as well, manually resize it. Now we make it small, and also top one small, so that we can really see on the web screen. I think we can drag and drop against each other as well, like this, so they come parallel on the same row rather than in a column. And now it will be on the same row, two devices will be shown like this. Here you go, under what? Electrical data, electrical consumption, and electrical production. You see, I designed it with the mouse there and it reacted to it. So that's the whole beauty of this smart IoT cloud, is that you don't have to actually program anything. You're making and you can change the colors, you can do so much, and this is all reactive. When the water value will change, the color will change as well, and you can control those colors. So let's add another tab now, kitchen. I think we can add, this is one tab, we have only room. So in order to add kitchen, what we do is we select some kitchen appliances. I think in kitchen you can have exhaust, I think, switch for exhaust, right? So you can add a, yeah. uh, so we can put the kitchen in flow 1, but you, that's the whole purpose of flow, because it will get you confused. So you want to create a kitchen tab, so you want to create another flow. So let's do another flow. I keep flow 1 for room 1, and another flow, flow 2 for kitchen. So now whatever we do with the kitchen, we keep it in the flow 2, and that will be added as a menu on our dashboard kitchen. So I add a button which is a switch, right? In the kitchen you have these buttons for exhaust, for example, so, or light control, for example, so I put 2 lights in the kitchen, for one, let's say, exhaust switch, and one for maybe light, right? Double click it, and then we need to now create a new group, I think, because it's a room 2, isn't it? It's a kitchen, right? So we create a new group and tab, click on add, name it as kitchen. Yeah, so maybe we can keep it as a kitchen controls. Yeah, because this our group could be kitchen controls, right? And then tab could be just we can add a, in kitchen you can call it the tab as a kitchen. Yeah, we could just call it kitchen, right? So the tab is kitchen, and the actual group name is kitchen control. So you will have now, there was a room 1, and we have room kitchen now. So to switch 1, you wanna label it as light, right? Because there could be a light, and the light, you can have, these are some more values on the lights. For example, when you switch the light on, what value it show to the sensor, true or false. So this light you can connect to the MQTT out, and then that can be connected to the light, and this way when you press the button on, the light will turn on, off. So it will send the data true and false to the light. So when the sensor will see the data coming as true from the dashboard, it will turn the light on. If it is 0, it will turn it off. So this is all programming with MQTT out, not in, which we'll do later on. Let's do the gas one now. Sorry, the other one, switch 1, kitchen control, and this is exhaust, isn't it? Fan for, so, and switch for exhaust, I think. Exhaust. Keep it exhaust, I think. Okay, now we got it, we deploy it, and we'll see these controls there on the dashboard. Let's go to the dashboard. Now see, this is the room 1 tab. Now we need to click on room tab, hamburger menu there, and we'll see the kitchen there, because we created another tab, kitchen. So see, the tabs are like menus, and within tab you have a group called kitchen control, and within kitchen control you have 2 devices, exhaust switch and light switch, right? So you can also go back to the layout and also control the width and height of this exhaust and lights as well. So let's basically now put a slider, the slider to control the fans. For example, you slide it down, so we can put it in the kitchen control and put a slider, call it as exhaust fan control or speed control. Yeah, range normally is 10. So, and also the value, when you drag it, it changes value, like it's a slider, isn't it? So it goes up to 10, every step it increases by 1. And when you do that, it will actually, it can be connected to the regional sensor of fan as a out from the dashboard. So now we got this one as well, and we go in the layout. This is our layout, and we can actually increase the size of this, bring it width, and bring it kind of like on the same row. We can, on the left side, this would be our light, and then we can do our exhaust as well on the maybe on the same row. It looks better, isn't it? Yeah, let's do it on the same row, and then the speed we can keep it at bottom here. Here, yeah. So we remove the size empty spaces, and then we deploy it, and it will appear on the kitchen just like we designed it. Here you go. This is what I designed it, isn't it? Left side light, right side is exhaust, and then this is a exhaust speed which you can increase or decrease, and it has 10 points, and these yeah. So this is obviously the purpose here is to explain you about the designing groups and tabs. So tabs is the menu, groups are here, and then within groups you can add multiple pages, and now you also understand the concept of flow as well, because when you design it there, you put in a flow. So here, see all that electrical data, gas data. We have two gauges in the electrical data, and the gas data we have one gauge, and that's all under room tab, right? And if we go on kitchen, we have one group called kitchen control, and under that we have 3 devices, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.